what if we died? But ain't no power stronger than the one that came and laid down his life. And I got mountains to climb, but the enemy can't stop me, cause there's a calling on my life. So when I'm crying, don't last too long, cause he gon' step in and make it alright. Only do it, he said he would. Fight your battles for you, they gon' wonder how you sleep at night. Only do it, yes he will. Anybody tell you something different, you know that's a lie. You gon' look back and be so amazed how it turned out, it's only his grace. Only do it, he said he would. So I trust him at all times.
Is that me? Is that me? Is that me? It is me. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. And welcome to the Inspire with Shika My'Chelle show. I am your host, Shika My'Chelle, founder and CEO of 501c3 nonprofit organization, Beautifully Unique Incorporated, and owner and CEO of inspirational brand Inspire by Shika My'Chelle.
We still got to work on getting those claps.
Yeah, we still got to get the claps up. The claps, you know, it's not happening for us. We need the clap machine where insert clap here.
Yeah,
you know, we are live. And alongside me, I have my favorite highlighter.
That's me. I'm the only highlighter.
The only highlighter. Let it be known, the only highlighter. You can't call him a highlighter. That's our thing. But we have no longer a guest to the show. But he is a guest today because today we're doing something different. He's getting his interview today for his Water and Wine.
See, the class would have went
album.
there too. Long overdue.
The God in me is going. I got you. Did you hear those claps? My son is clapping. That was my son is clapping in the hallway. You know, we'll do our own claps. But I am happy that you are here. We had something else scheduled today, but the way God moves, you know, God works things out in mysterious ways. That's right.
That's what Aries do.
And we found out while we were waiting that, you know, you got two Aries together, so nothing but a great time. Or something like that.
Something like that.
When you put two Aries together, you
never really.
Yeah, you never know. But before we get started on your official interview, I want to go ahead and throw to our sponsor, so we can get on the Jared train.
Awesome.
Okay, so I want to thank our amazing sponsor, Mr. Jermaine Matthews, Allstate Insurance Company agency owner. Again. Thank you to the Peanut Gallery in the hallway for the extra clap. Mr. Matthews from Allstate Insurance Company. Please contact Mr. Matthews and his team for all of your insurance needs at 516-941-1641. Again, that's 516-941-1641. Now, Mr. Jared All-Star, you ready?
Yes. Yeah, I'm just.
I know you multitask.
I gotta send a show out if we're gonna talk about it.
Because we are live.
Yeah.
We are live, and this is a last minute change, but it's okay.
We're here.
We're getting in alignment. We're getting geared up and ready.
All right.
And today we're going to be launching some of his music. We're going to be playing snippets from his Water and Wine album.
Definitely. Right
here. So make sure that you support that. You go get that. Don't steal it. I want you to pay for it. We want you to pay for it. Don't download it. We want you to pay for it. It is important to support the kingdom. Support kingdom music. It's important because we work just as hard as any other genre. So it's important for us to support, especially those that are. Where can we get it? Where can we get it? We'll get to that. Again, we are live and we are Aries. Yes. So this is what we do. Mr. All-Star. Mm-hmm. Who is Jared All-Star? How would you describe yourself?
I guess what's interesting is I got the name All-Star because I was playing video games one day with a friend of mine. I enjoy playing video games from time to time. I'm a guy in that way, I guess. And we're playing video games, and he says to me, my friend Faris, shout out Faris, and he's like, yo, you play basketball, you sing, you rap, I preach, you know, I do tons of different things. He's like, you're the All-Star. And then like a light bulb went off in my head and was like,
yes.
So originally it had some vanity attached to it. And then the more I matured as a man, and I put my name back on front of it because I'm still myself. Like the All-Star thing was like taking on like its own persona in a way. And I was like, nah, I'm getting carried away. I'm still Jared. So Jared All-Star, just, still keeping, it's like a balance almost, in a way. But that's how the name All-Star came around. And I think we're all stars. See, I wouldn't have said that.
That's the Aries in him. Because that's how I feel about, instead of, like you'll see on the screen, you'll see Yashika and Stewart, which is who I am. But Shika My'Chelle more so came from, and it is still my name, guys. Like, they're like, where did you get that from? Like, it's my name. My name is Yashika My'Chelle. So for me, when I do music and things like that, outside of my nonprofit and things like that, I usually go by Shika My'Chelle. So it's just, I don't want to say the alter ego, but it's still self, but it's the other side of self.
You see, but your name is still attached to that.
Yes.
People were just knowing me as All-Star, which is fine because, I'm not with everybody. I have a very small circle anyway. But it just got out of control because at times it was like, oh, I'm acting like All-Star. I'm acting like Jared. And I was saying it to myself. It got real bipolarish. So we had to rein that in.
It's the Aries.
We had to rein that in. That's a word for some of y'all out there watching this right now. Some of y'all got way too many personalities. Start reining them in.
It's time for you to cut some of those loose. And Ty, is that you? Is this speaking to your spirit? Look at God. This is how many? 10 minutes into the show, 5 minutes, and then look at us already changing lives.
See, the Lord speaks.
The Lord has spoken. Said it is time to let go of some of those personalities.
To let go.
That is not of God. We've only been on for seven minutes, and we already just fixed our whole life.
Word.
You see what that is?
Yes.
The Aries. The Aries duo. We will change your life. We might destroy it in the process. We will change your life. See, the God in us will change your life. That other alter ego. Annie.
It's true.
Those lights have nothing on you. The highlighter.
Thank you.
So we are live and out of control. But this is what we do. Before we even got on air, it's funny, you said something. And I'm going to bring it up because that's what we do.
Okay, what did I say? You
said, and unfortunately only an Aries would have caught it. You said how you don't like people.
Oh, okay.
And I said that, I remember one day I said that my pastor wanted me to be on some committee. And I was like, I don't like people. And everybody was like, oh. And because we're such personality, like we are the light. Like when you come into a room, people tend to gravitate towards us. But it's not that I don't like people. It's just, I don't like people. I love being surrounded by people. I love ministering to people. I love pouring into people, but I don't necessarily like all that comes with.
Let me clarify the statement before this gets public. And
God, before we all.
Because Yashika trying to set me up. Like I'm antisocial.
But then I just set myself up because I said I agree.
You can tell on yourself.
No, fix it.
You can tell on yourself.
You fix it, Aries. Fix it.
With the phrase, like, I love everybody.
Yes.
Let's just say this first.
Yes.
I love everyone. I want everybody to go to heaven. This is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And I know all of us won't, but that's my job to encourage all of us to get to that point. So it's, I'm not told that I have to like everything about everybody.
Amen.
So I don't feel any way about saying it. For me, it's easier to say I don't like people than to have to explain myself thoroughly in that manner, because people take things I say kind of brash sometimes, but Aries. That's why I make music. It's fun.
I think that's the Aries in us, because we're very passionate people, and we really don't mean harm in the things we say. We're just so passionate. Like when we love hard. Like I'm one of those people that will give you the shirt off of my back, and I'm not looking for anything in return. That's just who I am. So it's difficult when you're so used to pouring into people and you come in contact with, let's just say, it's not that we don't like people. We're just more guarded. That's one thing about us. We're a little more guarded. We're watching. And because we have that spirit of discernment attached to us, it's like everything don't connect to my spirit. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. That just means that there's some jankiness going on in your life that needs to be cleared up. And it doesn't connect to my spirit well. And you may not connect to me because I'm a little honest, but that's the Aries in us. But we're love bugs. And that's one of the things that you have to understand about an Aries. Don't attempt to be our friend if you do not want the truth. because that is what we are going to offer you is the truth. And
She
not
really want to talk about this Aries thing
No,
today.
I don't. I really don't. I really want to go to Wood and Wine, and somehow we got here, and I don't know how we got here. But again, we're live, and Taisha is edging it on over there. Like, yeah, talk about Aries. And again, I wish you could see the behind the scenes of what's really happening in this room.
No, but to be honest, everybody guard your energy at the end of the day. Like just watch who you share your time with and who you're around, because like birds of a feather flock together. You may not think that of somebody you hang out with, but you hang out with them long enough, the same thing you ain't like about them will soon become the things that you don't like about yourself.
That's the God honest truth. You just spoke a word.
Watch your energy. You know, it's like I'm cold or something.
How do we get here? How do we get here? You know, this all happens. You know, there was supposed to be a third party here, you know, and sometimes when dad is not in the room, the kids act up. And dad, this is what happens when you're not in the room.
I feel like you're talking about my brother's age.
Big bro,
Big bro, she's not talking. She's not saying you're old.
Oh, you see how he's trying to throw me under the bus? I would never. What I was saying is that there's a maturity level that usually, you know, when he's in the room.
She called you old. I hope you call her after the show. Wood and Wine.
You might be calling me right now.
Wood and Wine is available on Spotify, iTunes. It's available www.jaredallstar.com. It's available on all digital.
What you're not gonna do is throw me under the bus. Tell us it, throw me under the bus, and then
promote myself. Yes, it's available on all digital media. I also have physical copies of Wood and Wine. You see me personally, you know, give you a physical copy.
That was something that only an Aries would do. You know, we are a special breed. That was some Aries behavior.
No
like,
problem.
I'm gonna throw her under the bus. And I'm gonna shift the conversation back to me and promote.
Yes.
Okay. Jesus.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, Father God, thank you. Before we get into Wood and Wine, people have seen you, you know, sit alongside me on this show. You've done amazing. You've dropped amazing jewels. And you're also a youth pastor.
Yes.
Can we talk about that for a second because
Sure.
I feel like it's a part of your story. And we never really talk about you. When you're here, we discuss different topics, but I want the people to know who you are. Jared Allstar, Jared Hayes. Who is he? You know, and with the youth pastor being a part of you, that's pretty dope, because that means that you're connected to this generation.
Yes.
You've got your hand on the upraising of these babies, which is a blessing, because
I still look 22, so you know it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to blend in when you got good genes.
Yeah.
So first of all, shout out to my parents. Y'all did a great job. But seriously, being a youth pastor is being a pastor in general. I'm a youth pastor at Mount Calvary Holy Church in Huntington. Giving honor to my pastors, Pastor Gloria Mixon and Pastor Dawn Mixon, wonderful people,
Amen.
Wonderful leaders.
Amen.
But even outside, say I wasn't a part of Mount Calvary, like that's still who God chose me to be. That's like the calling I had, was the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So like we were talking about loving people earlier, like I know that for a fact. Like I have people who I pray for every day because I feel like they're charged to me, like they're souls that I'm just like ultimately like covering on a daily basis outside of even my small circle that know it, like the people that don't even know it, but I still do it because that's just like the heart. It's the heart that God gave me. So that's my biggest, that's my daily thing, like music and everything like that. It had to fit into the ministry or it couldn't work at all.
Absolutely.
Because that's just who I am. It's not even what I do. It's who I am. I can't even have a conversation. We could be in the middle of a basketball game and something happens and I'll be like, you know, such and such, such and such. And somebody be like, man, we're just trying to watch the basketball game.
But that's what's embedded in you, though. You know, you can't, if you can't handle all that is me, you know, it's not that we're trying to beat you over the head with the word. But that type of thing just tends to come because it becomes a part of you. It's a part of your life. Mm-hmm. It's not faking a ministry or, you know, being a pretender. This is who I am. This is genuinely who I am. And I love that about you. You just are authentically yourself. And you come in here, you're not pretending to be anything other than Jared. And that's why I think that people connect to you. And then when I found out you were in the Aries, I was like,
I know it started
that says a lot.
The whole beginning of this interview.
Yeah, it did. So now that we've gotten the youth pastor, which is a part of you, we're gonna get to water and wine.
Let's talk about
water and wine.
Let's do it.
Why did you choose the name Water and Wine? Let's talk about it.
A lot of people call my album Water into Wine. So I just had to say that publicly. I told you I haven't. This is I don't know if you know. This is monumentous right now. Momentous. I just created another word too, because thank you, because I've done one Water and Wine interview, and that was before Water and Wine came out.
Wow.
I haven't done these at all. I want people to like immerse themselves in the music organically in a way before we start like really launching into this campaign we're about to do. But it's not Water into Wine. Public correction. I never really do that. It is Water and Wine.
Absolutely.
Because it's the album is more about what she was talking about. I guess it's just me. It's like a balance of, being human and being saved. It's light and dark. It's like and not saying that wine is the darkness or wine is anything bad. Because the interesting part is we have to remember God is in everything. So it's like just as Jesus is the water of life, he is also the vine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he still plays a part in both sides, even though I think I'm trying to balance something, but he's really involved in both. So it's water and wine because they go together. You can't have one without the other. Don't be so holy where you know earthly good, and don't be so earthly good where you ain't got no heavenly sense. Like you can't do it.
But I think that's how we are as Christians. Sometimes we forget. We've lived a life before we were saved, and even some of us being saved, being a baby in Christ, you're still trying to learn. You're still trying to go deeper in him. So, what did he say? I'm sorry, but Mel is on.
We miss you too, big bro. I don't think you tuned in a little earlier when she called you old.
I didn't call you old. I love you. We miss you, bro. We love you. You see how he's trying to divert water and wine?
Yes.
Because he's trying to throw me under the bus here, and I didn't say that.
It's live.
Oh, Jesus. You know what? Don't distract me. Water and wine. Back to water and wine. I wish that I would have known. I didn't know because, you've been on the show a few times, and you never mentioned, hey, Sheik, hey, album out? Like, let's talk about it. Till you threw me under the bus last week in the comments section, and I said, oh.
You got my brother KB on. Yeah. KB's on the album. KB's on.
Yeah, we'll see the difference here with KB. KB actually asked for the interview in regards to his album.
Yeah, because he's about to make moves.
So I'm open. I'm come on in. This was something that actually we were going to plan. We were trying to plan for next week, and things shifted, and here we are, and we're ready.
We're ready.
So one of the songs, the first song I think we're going to throw to is that one of my favorites. We've actually played it on the show, and it's that bop. It make you forget a little bit. You're like, and you're like, wait, should I be doing all this? Like, should I be this excited about this song? But the first song is a 1-2 trace. Let's talk about that. I would like to know why that. Like it's a hot. Brain fart. It's a bop. It's one of those songs that you can hear in the club, and you're around your home. You're cleaning. It's one of my favorites. Look at her.
She said "vop." She meant to say "vibe" and "bop" at the same time. It's all of that.
I said a
It's
"vop."
"vop," and that was a good word. Yes, I'm gonna run with it.
He gonna run with it.
No, no, it's called 1-2 trace because it's just counting your blessings, and 1-2 trace 4, 5, 6. I see his blessings, and it just put me in a good mood. Like it's how I wanted. The blessing of this album was most of the music put people in the same mood that it had me in. Like I wanted you to feel the emotion of this song more so than even like enjoy it to that way. I want you to feel it.
Yeah.
So people tend to, they react to this song how I wanted them to react to it, like with nothing but joy. I'm saying a lot of like
deep things,
testimonial things in the verses that people who are into lyrics and stuff will enjoy as well. But like the vibe is definitely just joyful because the joy of the Lord is our strength. Another quick tidbit because that's why a lot of us are so weak, because we forgot where our happiness is. You're trying to find joy in relationships, trying to find joy in money, being, financially stable. We're trying to find joy in people and churches and all this stuff, when the joy of the Lord is your strength. There's nothing else is going to do that.
So with that being said, I don't even have a follow-up for that, because that part. We're going to go to 1, 2 Trace, and I'm going to play the first half of it so that you can really get the gist of it. I'm excited.
Shout out to Antoine Hilton, who's on this song as well.
Oh, love him. Okay.
Someone get Face Off on the line. DJ Face Off. Tell him we gotta play this one loud. You heard, bro? Yeah. 1, 2 Trace. 4, 5, 6. To God be the praise. I'm counting every day. There's 7, 8. 9, 10 is on the way. To God be the praise. I'm counting every day. I be counting blessed. 1, 2 Trace. 4, 5, 6. I be counting blessed. God be the praise. I'm counting every day. I be counting blessed. There's 7, 8. 9, 10 is on the way. I be counting blessed. God be the praise. I'm counting every day. I be counting blessed. All I see is blessings, 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 blessings. I was out here slipping, fruiting, begging up for nothing. No, I had to learn a lesson. All I see is blessings, 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 blessings. Life to the sea, life to the sea. Blessed when I'm coming, blessed when I'm going. Blessed to the city, blessed to the blessed when I'm coming. Don't say a merry boat peep. I ain't counting sheep. I be counting blessings even in my sleep. Even if they sleep, I'ma stay awoke. High off for life, used to need a smoke. Hanging out with skiers, find me on the slope. Always Thanksgiving, I don't need a float. When it ain't Hawaii, I don't need a coat. Jesus on the water, I don't need a boat. I know I'm not deserving. I'm just out here working. Out here grinding, climbing, rhyming. I ain't trying to be a better person. Said I know I'm not deserving. I'm just out here working. I'm just out here working. I am so determined. All I see is blessings, 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 blessings.
Okay, if you just listen to that and you are not wherever you are, feeling like you could take on the world, because that just changed my whole mood. Like,
you gotta
every
count
time
them.
I hear it,
you gotta
it's
count
like,
your blessings. You gotta count them.
You want to bankhead bounce with it? I just aged myself a little bit, but you.
That's fine.
If you are listening, go get that. Go get Water and Wine is out right now.
Everywhere.
Right now. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. And that's only the first song that we've played. But if that didn't just do something to your spirit and make you happy, listen to it again. We're gonna go to. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? I know you threw to it in the beginning.
No, that's fine. We don't have to. Count your blessings.
Good on it. Count your blessings.
Blessings. Shout out to Antoine Hilton as well. He recently signed to Godfather Records.
Mm-hmm.
So salute to him as well.
I'm waiting for you to come on the show, bro. Call me. That song, that part, I don't have anything to say other than, it just, like the same thing I've been saying, it makes you feel good. And that was what was the goal.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
To make you feel good. So those of you that are watching, I'm hoping that you bankhead bouncing wherever you are. And don't be so holy that you don't know what the bankhead bounce is. I know you know what the bankhead bounce is. I don't know. I'm not going to throw to the little the younger. That would be my son, who refused to sit on the stage today, but that's okay.
He's participating in the show.
He is. He's the background. He's been clapping. Son, did you like that song?
All right, there we go. See, thank you very much. Thank you.
He approves. he approves. So we're gonna throw to All I Have Is Faith.
Oh man.
Do you want to set that up, or do you want to let it speak for itself?
We can listen to it first, and then you might have some questions.
Yeah.
I know, we didn't even get to Blind Me yet. Listen, y'all, I want to tell y'all something. My album, Water and Wine, out right now, everywhere, any place you can get music. I'm very transparent. My mother asks me why I'm so transparent all the time, but I feel like that's a part of effective ministry. That like discernment is very important. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, people overcome by a testimony, so we got to share it at some point. So
I could not agree more. Yeah, transparency. All I have is faith.
They want me to stay now. All I know, they want me to stay now. All I have is faith now. That's all I know. Born in the hood, but raised in the church. Created in his image, but made from the dirt. Oh, yeah, I used to think the Lord only came on the first. You're gonna need some action if faith gonna work. I don't need a soapbox, I want a stage. So when the hope stops, I want it played. I don't want to make a splash, I want to wave. I ain't ever want the cash, Lord, I want the fame. Oh yeah, a little aspiration. I know the waiting's aggravating. There's no debating, frustrating, contemplating on what it's taking. Temptation, avoiding Satan, the motivation. Now it's lacking. How this happened? I was in church, should be pastoring, now I'm tracking. I wasn't backsliding, I was moonwalking. In my church socks, take your shoes off. I know. They want me to stay now. All I have is faith now. That's all I know. I know. They want me to stay down. All I have.
I was actually attempting to purchase it while the song was, because like I got caught with KB. I don't know why it's always, it catches me all the time, but I'm one of those people. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I'm proud of you, and not support. I can't stand that. It's like, share it, support, even if you don't have the funds to purchase it. It's important. People need to understand that it's important.
Streams
that support doesn't just
play it till you can buy it. I'll take those.
That's
play it
it.
every day. I got people who play Water and Wine every day. I love y'all, by the way.
We appreciate it.
Really
it's important to support, because a lot of work goes into this. But all I have is faith. That's right there. They're two different songs for me that evoke two different emotions.
We're gonna listen to all these songs, and then I have a question for you.
Okay.
So just remember that. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
But go ahead.
All I have is faith. That clearly, as you could tell, that I knew that song. Clearly, I've listened. Let's talk about that.
First off, shout out to my boy Tim Davis,
whom I know as well.
Yes, of course. I got all Long Island greats. So this is another thing that I did with this album too. Like me and David Daniels. Shout out to David Daniels, who was my producer on this project, my bro. Happy Father's Day, by the way. I just thought of that. I don't know why I didn't call you, so I'm saying it live on the show. My apologies. We really tried to get this like Long Island greatness.
That's important.
Because it's important to, when the light shines on one of us, that it can hit all of us. Like, that's also good, too. Like, there's no camaraderie on Long Island anymore. And so, like,
everyone's out for self.
There's no camaraderie at all. So, Tim, was just so nice enough to come in last minute, too. This is the last one we were able to finish. He was able to get in there and bless this record for us. I wrote everything. And so his voice was just perfect. It's the voice I had in mind from the beginning too. Yeah. And it's worked. Shout out to everybody who helped, even on songs that didn't even come out or didn't make it. Like, just thank you for your time and your energy. Like, I appreciate it. Just know that. Please, just know it's appreciated. But yeah, that song, Born in the Hood but Raised in the Church, like that. The first bar for me kind of wraps it all up, because. By the way, you can't take that. It's out. It's published. I'm gonna make T-shirts. Yeah. Don't worry. But born in the hood, but raised in the church speaks to so many of us, because every church I've been to, for the most part, is in the hood. Like, I don't know how many churches y'all been to.
Yeah.
Most churches I go to are in the hood. So
in the hood, yes.
Like, so we all can relate with dealing with, the pressures of where we're growing up, or where we're growing up and then being raised in the church, because we're being taught these morals. You want to teach your children the words so they shall not depart from it. So we're being laid this foundation, but at the same time, we got to have street smarts too. I ain't going to get devoured out here either. So it's like,
yeah.
It gets interesting, especially as a child, because your trust in the Lord may not be as strong as a child. Some of us, at different places. My first word was hallelujah, because I love him. I love him so much. But I still had to deal with, the peer pressures and everything of growing up in Wyandanch, y'all. I'm from Wyandanch. Like, come on.
A fellow Wyandanch. Wyandanch, stand up.
On the 11798. So
that's right.
You know, it ain't pretty, but it's necessary to keep your wits about you. And you know, but if it had not been for the Lord, as the saints would say, by my side,
Amen.
I definitely wouldn't have made it out of that either. Or you know,
I say only the strong survive. I have that T-shirt that I created through my my inspirational brand. Only the strong survive with 11798 on the bottom, because it's the truth. You will get devoured. You have to have street smarts. But you have to have book smarts, but you have to have street smarts because you have to know how to maneuver.
You gotta know how to maneuver.
In
we talk different. Like Wyandanch is really a different place. I know people have their own thoughts and everything on it, but it's really, you know, it's unfortunately they get involved in pettiness from time to time. But it's a bunch of good people just all doing what they do great. We have fashion designers, tons of more artists. Like really good. I'm not even gassing it. Like just really good at what they do.
Dope. Like let's be clear.
In our town. So salute to everybody who's getting it. I pray peace in the town. That's all I pray, man. But whatever I can help anybody in music, your fashion, whatever. I get drippy. Send it to me. What's up? Like let's get it.
and because we're on Wyandanch, if you are watching, it's important. Revote is today. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I'm not even going to speak any further, and I'm just going to tell you. Don't let the rain distract you. Get out and vote. Get out and vote.
Please
get out
vote.
and revote. Today, Wyandanch. It's necessary. Period. In the end. Back to water and wine.
Yes.
I'm so happy that we've had back-to-back Wyandanchians in the room. You know, we doing some things. Let's be clear. They say that nothing great comes out of Wyandanch, but
I said from the beginning,
the devil is a liar.
I see tons of greatness every day.
Because I am from Wyandanch, and there's nothing but greatness. Let's be clear. And I surround myself around with greatness. And everybody that has hit this stage and more, those are still to come that are from Wyandanch that are doing amazing things. You know, it's important for us to represent and show them that positivity comes from Wyandanch. Let's stop allowing them to picture us in this negative aspect. That is not who we are. We've gone through some things, and that may be a part of the story, but that is not the full story. That is not who we are. Don't let it define us. Yeah. So it's important for us to even be in these schools and reaching into the community, because for some reason, some of them are excited about the negative that comes with it as if that's a badge of honor. But those of us that know better, that have survived what is Wyandanch, you know, what Wyandanch could be on the other side, you know, we understand the importance of reaching back and showing them that, you know, there is greater on the other side of this. You know, just to veer really quick, though I know this is water and wine, like just last Thursday, my nonprofit organization, we had been raising funds for a few months. It was on my heart to start a scholarship in my mom's honor. Awesome. So we did actually on Thursday get to give the first 2 scholarships in my mom's honor to 2 seniors from Wyandanch High School, Sierra Carter and Anthony Battle. So we were able to do that. So that just goes to show you that great things are coming from Wyandanch. And when you deposit your money in us, you know, not everybody is out to get you. When you support, when you truly deposit your money in those that are truly into making a difference and making a change, you know, it goes to show you that we do the right things with your funds. 2 scholarships, 2 checks were cut and deposited, you know, so we're doing great things. And I'm excited to have another Wyandanchian as a face for change, because that's exactly what it is, that you can be cool and still be saved, that, you know, and we get that negative connotation where because we love God, it's like, oh, well, you have to be this opposite, you know, you have to be judgmental, or you forget what it is that you've been through. I feel like I'm still cool. I feel like I'm still down. I'm still, you know, I think my son thinks I'm cool sometimes. Sometimes his friends think, you know. No, he didn't react. No. He said, shh, he coughed. Yeah. No dinner for you. But no, we're going into Full Gospel, which is another one of those albums. This is the single. It's still the single. I know the album's out. It's still the single. The video for Full Gospel is coming soon. Shout out KB the Messenger, who sang on this one. The first album with 5 mics, you find Christ. Yeah. Oh, that part. And if you didn't catch it, listen harder. We are live.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We are live. You know things happen.
Yo, you say all the rapper things in the beginning. I felt like Noah before the ark, Nazir without the part, like Moma without the art, can't finish without a start, as empty as local shows, somebody nobody knows, or open roads have a toll, save money or save a soul. The hood look like a campsite, bags full of bodies, got everybody reaching, politics, Pilates, I politely have to tell them that I'm humble, and constantly remember that they hate you cause they love you. I felt like Moses on that mountain, I thought I knew the Lord until I found him, holy land where your shoes are not allowed. Temptation, who roll all that loud and have many more habits than one. I dress my habits till none of them exist. No Uber, I need a lift. The struggle inside the gift. Death hides in a kiss. Check your watch. I insist. Spent the time on my wrist. I have grace and mercy. I made a choice to be free. Purpose over pleasure. I made a choice to be free. The only album with 5 mics you find Christ. They look at us like deaf men do blind mice. When you're in the wrong place, then the time's right. Many chase death trying to find life. Then help me find sight. I do anything for love, call it Klondike. Warm heart, but the shoulder got frostbite. Wish I could be interviewed by Cronkite. Boy, I was writing from the moon, but I've been walking with the sun from.
Okay, I didn't want that one to end either.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That is that old school. It's that old school hip hop feel. He's getting a thumbs up over here. Thank you. It's that gritty old school hip hop feel. It's that real music. The thing that is missing from you. If you don't buy Water and Wine right now, right now, Water and Wine, go get it. It's just.
Thank you. A standing ovation.
A standing ovation.
That's my first. That's a first for me at an interview. I appreciate it.
That we could turn the tables.
I will be 75 next Saturday, and that was nice.
That just blessed.
You felt that in your spirit. No, for real.
Did y'all hear that? Oh man.
They heard it. They had to hear it because the mics are on. I tell you, the album is so diverse, and it's the fact that you can transcend generations says a lot about you as an artist. You are necessary. You are necessary to the kingdom, and you're exactly what music has been missing. Like, that made me feel good. It was that, and I've heard this album before, but in listening here, it's as if I'm listening to it all over again. But it was that old school feel of what hip hop embodies. It's so necessary. You are so necessary, and I need you guys to please support. I don't care if you can only afford the single. Please support, because this is necessary. We need to honor those that are creating music that families can listen to. You know, that if you have a 3-year-old child, they're not talking about, drinking lean and all this other stuff they have no idea about. It's important for there to be a message in the music that's deeper than just dope beats. So you have absolutely done that with this album, and I need you guys to please support Kingdom Music. Please support this artist. It is necessary. Not because he's sitting on this stage, not because I consider him to be a friend, but because he is a jewel in the kingdom. We have to support this type of music. We have to support these type of artists. Full gospel.
Video coming soon.
You've got nothing. You like,
Video
I think that was it.
Shout out to KB the Messenger. Shout out to David Daniels.
Yes. We're going to go to Blind Me, which was one of those that I know you were a little excited about.
A lot of people love Blind Me. It's a testimony as well. But Johnny Wimbush did a great job on the hook. Like, super great voice. So I just hope you enjoy it. That's really it.
Okay, we're gonna go to Blind Me by Jared Allstar off of the Water and Wine album. Not Water into Wine, but Water and Wine.
Thank you.
Find that immediately. Download it. because I'm still struggling to pay for it. Like, why?
Rest in peace to Prince, man. Every time you hear guitar, you just gotta say
Close the full gospel tab.
it's 2 a.m. and I'm speeding. Reading 120 on the dash. My ex just told me she was sleeping. Now I'm pushing and pulling.
Full gospel is still playing on the YouTube.
My cousin with my future. Then I can fix my future with my past. I need to pay attention to the road. Lord knows I don't really want to crash. Thinking I was Biggie, how I gave another chance. Baby, baby, it reminds
That
me
was
of a
my Uncle
dance
Ron
song.
singing, y'all, right there. That's on the album as well. Rest in peace.
Can we start sliding over from the top?
Pulled up to the bar, order Hennessy. How do
We're
love
live,
stand the
guys.
enemies?
Exactly. But we here.
Rest in peace to Prince, man. Every time you hear a guitar, you just gotta say that. It's 2 a.m. and I'm speeding. Reading 120 on the dash. My ex just told me she was leaving. Now I'm pushing and pulling on the gas. Did I confuse my present with my future? Or did I confuse my future with my past? I need to pay attention to the road. Lord knows I don't really want to crash. Thinking I was Biggie, how I gave another chance. Baby, baby, it reminds me of a dancehall song. That popcorn tone, controller how you play me. I ain't sipping lemonade, I ain't Jay-Z. Pulled up to the bar, order Hennessy. How do lovers turn to enemies? How do lovers turn to enemies? Lord, I know I was sinning. Started reminiscing about a lot of women. Some I told I love them, but I lied. So it was over before the beginning. I wish that I didn't, but I did. There were many who forgive. Most of them have kids. Said they wish they were mine, but they're doing fine. And that's what it is. Those are tough pills to swallow. And I've empty bottles. Then refilled my prescription. We've both broken hearts and had our hearts broken. So now we're killer and victim. My mama would tell me I know how to pick them. That's truth, not sarcastic. But what went down tonight got me tripping. I'm sipping, I don't know what happened.
Blind me, blind me, blind me, blind me. Help me see what I ought to see, not what I don't. Help me be who I ought to be before I'm gone. Oh, blind me, blind me. Oh, find me, find me. Help me see what I ought to see, not what I don't. Help me be who I ought to be before I'm gone. Oh,
my ex stopped calling, but my text bling. I know Fling just hit me with some sexting. Then my phone died with a blessing. If not, I'm wondering about the next thing I've got to stop buying all these LITs.
Blind me.
Yeah.
Blinds me.
Yeah.
If you're in on this was song 4. If you haven't downloaded this and purchased this yet, blinds me.
Mm-hmm.
Transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Necessary.
It's important. Especially as a man, like men don't like to ever admit that we're wrong. So I felt like it was important for me to kind of like just sum up into one big gesture, like that I know that I have fault in a lot of things that happen in past relationships, or, you know, or just not even just intimate relationships. I mean, like friendships and things like that. Like I have fault, and, you know, we all play our part when things fall apart. And a lot of times we don't like to admit it. So I just was saying, you know, I've been in different situations. This story was a culmination of multiple stories, by the way. It wasn't like this one story about this one girl. It was like a kind of like just throwing it all into this mosh posh of verse.
Some gumbo.
Yeah, into here, just so I can get you to understand like the brevity of what of heartbreak, you know, and just and looking at the wrong people and the wrong things at the wrong time and not keeping your focus on God. That's why it's like a blind me moment, like a road of Damascus moment. Like, well, I just need to be blinded because I was looking at the wrong things. Like I was focused on the wrong things and the wrong people. So that song is like real special to me.
That song is powerful. It okay. We're gonna go to.
It's the perfect way to end it. Pick it back up.
Yeah.
Lady Michelle's in the
that
building.
was
This is her
deep.
favorite song. I'm gonna be with Lady My'Chelle July 12th. She's having festivity. We're celebrating her ministry. She can't hear me. She got her headphones on. We're gonna be in the
building.
stead.
I told her I was gonna start promoting it today. We will both be in the building.
Yeah, she can't hear us.
Sis is here, and she can't hear us right now, so she doesn't even know that we're bigging her up.
We just said all these nice things about
we did.
you. We just said all these nice things about you.
we just bigged up your whole event and said we'd be in the building. And
we said all these nice things about you.
She's multitasking right now. She's still working and getting things in order, but
all day. July 12th.
July 12th.
Join us. Y'all see what's
more
up.
Details to come. Next week I'll have the flyer that'll be posted on the screen.
Dope.
But we will both be in the building, and you can't see it if you're not there.
No.
So you should be there to witness.
This is one of her favorite songs, so I'm probably gonna perform this.
Church Socks. I'm gonna throw 2 church socks. Church socks. You got those your church socks. Where's your church socks? You gotta show them your church socks.
Sunday afternoon in my church socks. We're still rocking them with church style. Cooling with the family is the first stop. I'm still chilling in my church socks. I got all kinds, yes and all styles, and rock Converse to my concerts. I'm in Nordstrom's, copping pulse. If you don't know the name, you should forfeit. This the side game. These are cashmere, risky honest silk, and some cashmere. Gotta dress it full. Here's a gift back. Don't put them at the ankle, rock them make it. Express yourself, respect yourself. It's hard to love if you don't love yourself. You want to be designed head down to your toes. They'll want to see the proof, you gotta let it show. Draped in linens from another country. You clothed in lily, so I know you love me. Get it, first drop. I'm still chilling in my church socks. Sunday afternoon in my church socks. We're still rocking them in church socks. Cooling with the family is the first stop. I'm still chilling in my church socks. Sunday afternoon in my church socks. We're still rocking them in church socks. Cooling with the family is the first stop. I'm still chilling in my church socks. Get Morelli, Pontarella. Burberry, if you knew better, you do better. I remember when I had worse. Socks up, and I don't even have church. That's just me, got a pair of similes. They say that it's just odd. I say that it's just God now. Bless up, dressed down, but I'm dressed up. Guess what? I wanna be ready to step up. I'm in Cal State teenage, feet up on a
Yes.
They sound like a weekend. I'm off for the weekday. Play jazz on occasion, but don't always speak easy. Trades and linens from another country.
Okay, church socks. You know, look.
Can I see
You
the
know, this
design?
is the behavior.
Can I
This
see
is the
the
behavior.
design?
Look at that.
This is,
Look
I
at the
really do
roses.
watch church.
Look at the
church socks
roses.
all the way up like this all the time.
Hey,
I really do. They're comfortable.
it isn't. Church socks is not just a song. It's a way of life. It's a movement.
It's a
movement,
lifestyle.
okay?
You know?
It's a lifestyle. Shout out to Pastor Sid from DACC in the building. He's supporting this whole
Thank
movement.
you so much, Pastor. Thank you so much. For real, thank you so much.
Church socks. Another feel good.
Yeah, you know,
feel good song.
You know, I like socks.
And me too.
And at the end of that song, I kind of go on this tirade like, who else you know do a whole song about church socks? And I know the answer is rhetorical because nobody's ever done a song about church socks. But when you think about the energy that, especially men that go to church and like to dress, put into our socks, a lot of us, especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like
Pastor Elect Sidney Martin.
Your socks gotta be right. And not just on Sunday, because I don't just love them and I don't just dress up on Sunday. No. Any day of the week.
Like today. I don't know if you can see that he has the roses on his shirt.
Oh, yeah. And
so now the roses are on the sock. Look,
see?
Look at that.
Yeah,
you got to
get it?
Look at that. I see it. Hope they can see it.
You see the roses here.
Boom.
to match the roses on the. That's
Look
what
at
happened.
God. Church socks.
That's what happened.
Get that. I think we need to do church socks over. I think we need to slow it down. And it should be like one of them songs that we sing on a Sunday morning during praise and worship. Somehow somebody will fix that. That's gonna be rearranged. And church socks is gonna take on a life of its own. Yeah. Church, that's it. Yeah. That's it. That part.
Sunday afternoon.
Hey.
Church socks.
Church socks.
Rockin' new church.
I told you, when you get two Aries together, you don't know what you're gonna get. But so we played 5 songs from Water and Wine. I loved each and every one of them for a different reason.
Now here comes my question.
Oh Jesus,
this is perfect. This is why I said this.
Set it up.
What genre is the album?
You know what? I wouldn't place it in. I feel like it stands alone. Where do you place an album that takes you everywhere? You know, I don't feel like it's gospel just because it has a message about God. I feel like it's an album that simply stands alone, and not because you're here. It's hard to put you in a box when you have kicked the box open. You have kicked the box open. You cannot be boxed in.
See, but this is why we need to share this video, because this is the part I need everybody here. Maybe we need to clip it right here. Because this is why I need the support and the love from everybody who, has listened to help me continue to spread it, because the music industry doesn't have a place to put me. So I've ran into meetings and I've been in places with different people and things like that, and they love it. They just don't know what to do with it. Like, nobody ever knows what to do with me except for God. So I just keep going and trucking along.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important that we continue to do things like this in support of each other and everything like that, because it's not that, if I go to a rap company, they want me to rap more and talk about God less. If I go to a gospel music company, they want me to rap less and say Jesus more. Like, and it's not like I have an issue with that. Of course, I have an issue with taking God out. I don't have an issue with adding more God, because this feel like he's there already. I love him already.
Yeah.
But the issue is just trying to pigeonhole me in any type of direction doesn't really work at the moment with the sound that me and David were able to create with Water and Wine specifically, and this vision that I had to make this type of music where grandma, grandpa, and then your granddaughter and your grandson, and you right in, everybody, literally the whole family can sit down in the car and drive somewhere, play Water and Wine, and everybody be happy and content.
And this is why it is important for us to support independent artists. This show, and I stress this all the time, it's bigger than a show about me talking with people. I also wanted to create a platform where musicians can come and release music, where artists can come and show their art. Whatever the case may be, new business owners can come and talk about their businesses, because we're not given these opportunities. It's important for us to support each other. So I'm excited that you're here. Like, I had no idea. I knew about the album. I've played the album. I've listened to the album, but you had been here so many times and us talking about so many things. So it was important that when you put it out there, like, oh, my music interview, I'm like, wait. I didn't even think of it because you had never mentioned it. But immediately I'm like, you need to come on, because the bottom line is I am that girl. And I like to, if I tell you that I support you and I enjoy what it is that you're doing, if you have a platform, it's important to expose these, you can gain fans that you might not have been able to reach. We use social media as a tool to promote, but there's such power in numbers. Like, if we really all came together and really supported each other, whereas my viewers become your viewers, my viewers become your fans. Look at the hearts and the thumbs
it's been
up.
awesome. Thank you everybody who's watched today,
thank
man.
you guys.
Thank you for real.
This was a God move. This was absolutely a God move.
Because this was not planned.
It wasn't.
Like we said, this was not planned. And I want to thank you too, because like I said, they really don't. There's no space for me. There's no place. People don't know how to react. They don't know where to invite me. Invite me to your church.
Absolutely.
JaredAllstar@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Jared Allstar and everything. That's Jared with 2 R's. Please feel free. I'll come out. She could come too if you wanted to. We'll do an interview. We'll film it.
That's right. I'm there. I'm there. That's right. Pastor said, don't box me in. And you know what? There's a reason why they can't figure out where to put you, because you weren't created to fit in. You were created to stand out. And this is why Jared All-Star is necessary. He is necessary to the ministry. He is necessary to the kingdom. You know, it is important. Please, please, please go out and support this kingdom music. Water and wine. Water and wine. Jared All-Star. All-Star being one word. Go get that. You're on all platforms. Everything.
Spotify, iTunes, whatever.
If you don't
Amazon,
have the, what is it, $9.95 on Amazon Music. If you do not have the please, if you could sow a seed today. Jared, what is your Cash App?
Jared All-Star as well. 2 R's, All-Star, all together. Everything's Jared, money sign .Jared All-Star, I guess, because it's Cash App. But to be honest, please share the video. Like, just share the music, because Water and Wine was more than just an album for me. For me, it was the beginning of something. I don't even want to call it a movement. I want to call it more. I don't want to call it a revolution either. That's too used. It's the beginning of its own lane, like of church people who are able to say, I love the Lord and I'm human and I struggle with it, but yes. I really love God.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, they expected Jesus to come and be a king. They expected him to come one way and he came another way. They expected him to teach a certain way and he taught in parables. They expected him to do all these things, but he taught in a way where everyone can understand. He came in a way where everybody would accept him. And that's why I'm not holier than thou. I'm not no better. Yes, I'm a pastor. That's what I was called to be. I didn't ask for it. That's what God gave me. Yes, I'm this, that in the church and all that stuff. I didn't ask for it. That's what God gave me. I'm far from perfect. I still run my mouth a little more than I should and everything like that. But musically, I'm able to get it together and get myself almost in order. And then I'm going to share it with y'all on top of that.
And that's what's important. And he's humble. And he's an Aries. I got to throw that in there. But before we got 3 minutes. But I want to ask you this, because this album is so necessary. And I want to ask you this. When it's all said and done, how do you want people to remember you? That was a loaded. She really on the way out? Yeah.
I really just want God to be pleased. Like, I've really never been even interested in, and this is not knocking anybody. I'm grateful of the love and encouragement that I get on a daily basis. But as far as like opinions, they really don't really sway me much. But if I had to be remembered, like somebody who you knew loved the Lord, somebody who made God happy, like somebody who you knew was honest with you, like I like, especially like I try to do that musically more so than anything else. But yeah, that's someone who loved the Lord would be the greatest compliment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Someone who was honest with God's people. That's really all I want to be known as. Wherever God wants me to be I'm cool with that.
That part. Before we get out of here, I want you to tell people once again, one more time, how they can find you, how they can get to this music, how they can follow you, how they can support you. One more time.
First off, thank you to everybody who support. Thank you, Shika, for the music interview, even though it was impromptu. Thank you very much. Thank you to your son for the claps out there and for listening to my music. There it is.
The loud clap.
It's Jared All-Star, Jarred. All-Star is it's one word. Jared All-Star on everything. Facebook, Instagram. My website's www.jaredallstar.com. My email to get in contact with me is jaredallstar@gmail.com. And the album is also everywhere. Water and Wine is everywhere. Tidal, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, anywhere you can get music digitally. I also have physical copies. I'll sign one for you. Please come see me.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Contact him immediately for your churches, for your festivals, for it all. You cannot box this greatness, and that's the man of God. You rock. If you enjoyed this, please support. You know how to get it done. Support, share. Even if you don't have the money to go out and purchase today, that's okay. It's important for you to share so that other people can hear this powerful message. I thank you guys for tuning in every Tuesday like you do. I thank you for sticking with us even when we're a little, But it's okay. I thank you for watching. I'll see you again next Tuesday. God bless you all.
That was fun.